Welcome, this is the 4.2 Ready Set Go homework solutions. Here for the ready part, it says isolate the indicated variable and fill in the blank for the statement that follows. Solve for x, and the equation is ax equals to 7 to get x alone. Okay, you have to get rid of that a. It's attached via multiplication, so you are going to divide by a to both sides. Okay. Next, 8 plus p equals to w. You're solving for p, so you are going to subtract p to both sides because it's attached via addition here. You're going to solve for m. Here you have the c squared here, so you are going to divide by just c squared. Okay, on both sides of the equation, so that's what you're going to do. Okay, it's attached via multiplication here. You're solving for t, so it's attached via multiplication, so you're gonna divide by that r. Now you want to solve for the r, so you're gonna divide by the t. 7 minus h, you want to solve for h, so you're going to subtract the 7, then divide by -1. There are two steps. You have to get rid of that 7 by subtracting, then deal with that negative by dividing by -1. You're solving for b, so how do you get rid of that -11? You're going to add 11. b minus 11 equals to 3. You're going to solve for y. Okay. That one looks off. This one looks wrong. Alright. I could come back and show that to you. 9. You're solving for h, so you are going to multiply by the 2 and divide by h, so that's just multiplying by 2 over h. 10. How do you solve for x? Okay, you want to subtract the b, then divide by the m. Okay, there you go. So everything's good except that one, okay? So let me see if I could find that question to show it to you. Okay. Hold on, give me a second here. I'm going to pull up the document. It should be here somewhere. Give me a second here. This is 4.2, so 4.2. And now question 8 is, question 8 should look like this. Okay. You're going to solve for y, and the equation looks like 1/2 y equals to k. And you're going to solve for the y, so you're going to trying to get rid by that half, so you're going to solve for y by multiplying by 2 on both sides of the equation, because that is how you get rid of the 1/2, or divide by 2. Okay? Alright, there you go. Let's look at the said part here. Jason likes to be organized, so he made the following chart. He decides to keep track of the miles he runs, the time he spends running. He attends PE class on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, but he goes to school every single day. Fill in the units for the chart. Okay, so the M, numbers of miles. Okay, that is the key part. So it's miles there, numbers of miles again. Miles is the unit, number of miles. That is miles right here, number of miles. Miles as well. Time, that's going to be in hours. Hours. Time, that's going to be in minutes. Minutes. Time here, that's minute. Minute. Time here, that's also in minutes. So the unit here is also going to be minutes. Okay? So this is miles, hours, then hours to travel to school, and this is going to be minutes, right? Noted by the T here. Okay? Minutes on Monday, minutes on Wednesday, minutes on Friday. Alright, So make the meaning of the expression below write what they mean. M plus W plus F. This is miles plus miles plus miles. So this is your total miles combined for all 3 days. How do I get 3 days? It is because Monday plus Wednesday plus Friday. Those are your total mileages. Okay? Miles, miles plus miles. So this is going to be equal to miles. That's why it's total miles. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's your total miles. What does that 4 mean? So this is your total miles combined from all 4 days multiplied by 4. So this would be your the same thing as your total miles ran in a month, given that the month has 4 weeks. Okay, that's only true if the month has 4 weeks. Okay, that's the only time you would multiply something by 4. Right? To S, that is the distance Jackson walks to and from home each day. Because look, S is the number of miles he goes from his house to school. So if you multiply by 2, that's him coming back. So one S is going to school, and other S is coming back from school. S plus S is 2S. So that's the, you could say, the total distance Jason walks to and from school each day. Alright, TM plus TW plus TF, that is the time spent running in PE. Combine it for all 3 days. Here, you divide it by 3. When you divide it by the amount, right, there are 3, right, time on Monday, time on Wednesday, times on Friday. Once you divide by 3, that becomes an average, okay, because you're dividing by the count, the average time. Right, H, right, that is his total time, miles, that is going to and from school, multiplied by 5, so that's 5 days a week, multiplied by the time going to and from school. So this probably represents the total amount of distance he walks in a week, right, to get to and from school. M plus H, the units of time and distance cannot be added together, so this does not work. Right, cannot, that's the keyword, cannot be added together. So it wouldn't work, 17 wouldn't work. Alright, let's look at the go part. Let's look at some notations here. Okay, here it says X, right, the element of X exists within all real numbers. X is less than 6 but greater than negative 2. Notice how it is the open caret here, doesn't have that equal to symbol, so this is why the symbol here is open. Okay, but notice here, do you see how they close it? That's why I have the closed brackets here. 7, negative 4, 7, and I close it, right? This means open bracket, this means close the bracket. Okay, here X exists as all real numbers. X is greater than or equal to negative 9. So it can be equal to 9. That's why it's closed, right? You see how it can be equal to negative 9? That's why it's closed at negative 9. This is infinity. It goes on forever. Infinity cannot be bounded, so it's opened. Next, X has to be less than or equal to 13. So it can be 13. That's why it's bounded at 13 with the closed bracket. It can be equal. It is greater than 0, so it is open at 0. It does not include 0 because it cannot be equal to 0. X is locked in between negative 8 and negative 15. Right? Close that bracket as well because it has less than or equal to. Less than 15, but greater than or equal to negative 32. Close it because of this. Okay? Open because of this. Infinity and negative infinity, yeah, you have to open it, right? You can't close the infinity symbols. Alright, last one. Okay. Alright, for each of the equality, provide the graph, the value being described on the number line. Okay, here we're going to do this in paint because it's going to make more sense, so I could start painting it for you so you can see it. Okay, then it's going to make more sense. Alright, give me a second here to pull up paint. Alright, here's the image. Alright. Okay. Alright, for each of the inequalities, pride graph the values being described on the number line. So here it says x is less than 6. So we are going to put a hashtag here, hash mark here, right? We could say right here, this is the value of 6. Okay. Right? And x is less than 6. So the arrow here, it is going to be filled. Alright. So it's going to go all the way here. Okay. Now, do you see how it's opened here? So the bar, this is going to be no fill. It's open here. It's open here at 0. Okay. And you follow it. Here, it looks like we are working with what? We are working with 5. It's also open, but it goes to the right. So we are going to open that at 5. And it goes all the way to the right, because you see how the arrow, yep, that indicates it. It goes all the way to the right. Okay. Here, it is at -9. And looking at this points to the right, but it has the equal than symbol. So that is close. So we're going to close it here at 9 because of the less than or equal to symbol. Caret represent it's going right. So make sure we fill that in. And it's going all the way to the right. Here, it's between 0 and -7. So let's just put those first. 0's right here. -7 is right here. Goes from 0 and -7, so it is open. Right? It is opened at 0. It is open at 0, but it's closed at -7. Right? Open, close. So it's closed at 7. Right? And x is less than but greater than this. So it is fill in. It's right in between here. Right? It's less than 0, but greater than that. Alright, next one. X is in between 25 and 3. 25 and 3. Close, close. Close, close. Right? And x is in between that. There you go. X is less than 8, but or equal to 8 and greater than 15. So let's write those numbers first. That is my 8. And that can be my -15. Okay. It is closed here at 8. And it's open here at -15. Right? And it exists in between them. So there you go. That would be your solution for 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Alright, and that would be it. Yep, that's it. Those are all your solutions for the